Thank you for joining me for our intermediate level yoga class. We're going to begin with core that also takes care of a little bit of wrist warm up, okay? So landing into a tabletop position, and in tabletop you always want to land and immediately start to drive down through all 10 finger pads and all the knuckles, meaning the knuckles under the nails, in the middle of the fingers, and on your hands. So push down through the whole of the hand and all the fingers. Good, and feel the chest lift and the shoulder blades spread apart in what's called protraction. Take your tailbone heavy, which means you're curling your hip bones toward your lower ribs. You're going to feel the core activation right away as you drive your navel up to the sky. Okay, looking forward. Every time you shift forward, you want to feel this wave-like action. So hollow and scoop the belly, protract more by pushing down through the hands, straight arms, shift forward. Press down through finger pads to protect the wrist and shift back. Suck the belly in, hollow the belly, wave it forward, chest goes forward to the wrist like going through the gateways of the arms, and exhale, shift back. Hollow the belly, wave it forward, shift forward, good, and back. Okay, inhale, lean to the left and take circles to the top and exhale down to the right side. And inhale, chest moves through the gateways of the arms, exhale. One more time. Inhale, and exhale and change directions. Inhale to the right. Feel like you're leaning into all sides of the hands, right, to get into the wrists to open it up. And then we have one more. Inhale, lean to the right, to the top, and exhale down. Okay, in your tabletop position, step one foot back and step the other foot back. Immediately, you're still driving away the hands. Feel the chest lift. Good, and take tailbone long. So curled hip bones toward your lower ribs. Drive your heels into my hands, there behind your heels, and then you're drawing the knees up, okay? Look forward. You're going to shift the shoulders forward, and we're going to come into low plank. So inhale, bend the elbows straight back. Exhale, push away for one. Drop down to your knees if your hips or belly sags, okay? So the form is really key. Inhale, bend. Exhale, two. Inhale, bend, elbows straight back. Exhale, three. Inhale, bend. Exhale, four. Inhale, bend, exhale, five. Drop down to your knees and sit back onto your heels. Feel the scoop of the belly and the weight of the tailbone lengthening down and the weight of the sit bones on the heels. Very nice. Okay, good. With the toes tucked under, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So here, connect with finger pads and knuckles and push down and forward. Take your feet hip width apart and the heels pivot wider than the toes. Good, and then with the index and thumb level heavily grounded, those stay heavy, turn your biceps up. You should feel something happening under your shoulder blades, so feel that connection and that activation. The tailbone goes up, so you can soften the knees at the beginning, take the tailbone up, and slowly start to straighten the legs as you drive the heels down. Good. Draw navel in and open armpits. Excellent. Inhale, long spine, long side waist. Exhale, go deeper. Inhale. Middle back is long, so knit the ribs together. Don't let it just collapse down. Navel draws in. Exhale. One more. Big breath in and exhale. Surrender. Good. And engage the palms, inner elbows, and armpits. Squeeze towards each other. Very nice. Look forward and bend the knees. Keep the bandhas engaged so belly draws in. Pelvic floor is really squeezing. Look forward and step or float to the top of the mat. Find a halfway lift, chest forward, shoulder blades down. Exhale, forward fold. Hold on to your ankles and pull your forehead to your shins. Look up between the legs. Ground down to the 8 points at the bottom of the feet. So inside, outside ankle, big toe mound, little toe mound, no toes. Ground down, stand up, reach up, look up to your thumbnails and pause, and find your Tadasana with a heavy tailbone, not tucked, just heavy, lengthening towards the mat, belly goes in, and the entire 360 degrees of the ribs are the same height. And then exhale, palms to your heart center. So set your intention for today's practice. Just offer your practice up to someone you love. And a silent Om, please. All your attention at the space between your eyebrows, your third eye, the Chakruti point. Good. Open your eyes, have a beautiful practice as an honor to Jichu. So straighten the arms and stretch the fingertips for the earth and keep stretching until you feel your triceps. Lift the chest, shoulder blades down. Good. Inhale the arms up and back. Hasta Uttanasana, standing bend. So the thighs and glutes are super firm. And draw the thighs and hip bones forward as you lift out of the waist and arch back. You should feel the skin coming out of your shorts or your leggings, and extend the straight arms back. Extend the fingertips away from kind of the head, and maintain a long, slow, deep breath. There's no compression in the lower back because of the engagement of the glutes. On the exhale, Uttanasana, so hinge of the hips like a hinge door, and there's never a bending of the spine. Squeeze your sit bones towards each other to protect the lower back as you come forward. The minute your lower back wants to round, bend the knees, hold on to ankles, and completely surrender forehead to your shins. Pull on the ankles so you can pull the forehead to the shins and touch them. Open your eyes and look up at your Mula Bandha, your pelvic block. Slowly here, straighten the legs. So here, tune into the bandhas. They have to be on until Shavasana. The first two, right? The Uddiyana Bandha is a belly lock, and the Mula Bandha is a pelvic lock. Here, the third one happens to be on. Jalandhara Bandha is a throat lock as you bring your chin to your chest. That's like a tap of water. It kind of turns on and off. But the other two stay for the whole practice. And then find that balance between all your efforting and the ease. One of the basic principles of yoga, Stiram Sukham. And break the pose. Hands down lightly, step the right foot back and keep the knee up. Pull left hip crease back and squeeze towards the center line. So you have to make sure the outer hips work, that they're doing their job. Push down through left heel without collapsing down and bouncing back up. Just push down through left heel and rise up into high lunge. Good, you might shimmy your right foot back and left foot forward, just getting the distance, okay? So you want that right leg straight, the hips and chest square to the front, and left leg bent deeply into 90 degrees, okay? Slowly straighten the back leg and isolate that hip flexion and float the arms up. Spread the fingers and reach up and arch back. Squeeze your right thigh and glute even more and drop the knee down. Very nice. Land your hands onto your left thigh and push away. Good. Look over your left shoulder to square hips and chest more, but super active through the right knee and the right balls of feet. Push down and try to pull those two forward. You'll feel your right glute squeeze. That will push your right hip forward in extension, opening it up. Very nice. Excellent. Breaking the pose. Taking your left hand to the inside of the left foot. Find the connection between left arm, left leg. Those fight each other in opposing action. They push against each other. Draw navel in, keep the right hip bone driving forward, and sweep the right arm open. Spread the fingers and reach up for the sky. Look at your left thumbnail. Good, and push leg against arm, arm against leg, and then that helps you revolve the chest more. Can you squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other and pull them down the back? Bend that top arm and tuck it to the top of that left thigh. Walk it in towards the inner thigh and revolve the chest. Drive right hip bone forward, keep the right glute engaged. Plant the right foot down, extend a side angle. Put your hand on a block if you need to, okay? Good, so left hip crease back and squeezes to right. It has to work. You're a diagonal line here. Revolve the chest and roll the right shoulder back. Lean against the wall behind you. Take that tailbone long towards your right heel so that you engage your core. Okay, good, so stay here, otherwise variation. Push down through the left heel and the left arm will come up. Palm up, facing up, and rest your left ear on that bicep. Revolve the chest, hold. Maybe you can take the right arm and take it overhead as well. Okay, sandwich to the ears with up to both bicep and straight arms. Ground down, rise back up into warrior two. Okay, good. Squeeze and firm the body and break the pose. Windmill it down, pivot the right toes forward. Push away the mat, so move with intention, please. Push down, protract, and step the left foot back. You can choose to keep the leg up if you want, but firm and tone it. Shift it forward, find your chaturanga, high plank. Inhale, bend, exhale, 2. Inhale, bend, exhale, 3. Inhale, bend, exhale, 4. Inhale, bend, exhale, 5. Drop the left foot down, flip the right foot to the top of the foot, upward facing dog. From the body, from the thighs and glutes, and drive the hands down and pull the heels of the hands towards the hip bones. Feel the lengthening of the back of the neck. Draw up to the crown of the head. Push down so you're lifting out of the shoulders. Good. Feel your triceps. Draw the navel to your spine. Downward facing dog. Very nice. Step the right foot in front of the left big toe hits your right heel. Bend the knees deeply and take a breath in as you push down and forward with the hands. Good. On the exhale, straighten the right leg. So stay straightened and keep pulling the right hip crease towards the back left corner of the mat. You'll get into the IT band and the hamstring tendon. Very juicy here. Keep the bandhas engaged. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. You have 3 more. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Go at your own pace. The heels stay glued to the mat. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Curl the tailbone up for more sensation. Inhale and exhale. Good. Switch. Left foot in front, right foot in back. Right big toe hits the left heel. Inhale, drive hands down and forward. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Left hip crease back, please, towards the back right corner of the mat. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. 3 more at your own pace. Very nice. Okay, downward facing dog. From here, step the right foot forward and bring the left knee down and grab your blocks. Put them alongside your hips. Good. And here, you really want to drop the left thigh as low as you can, but the upper body upright and curl it back. Squeeze your shoulder blades. So light with the fingertips on the blocks just as a little assistance here. Drop thigh down by squeezing left glute and curl the upper body back. Very nice. Okay, putting the blocks aside, we're going to half splits. Frame your right foot and straighten the leg. 3 breaths here. Inhale, find length by pushing your hands down and tractioning back. Exhale, kick the heel and pull back. Toes curl towards your face. Inhale, find length. Exhale, kick the heel. Now curl your pubic bone to the back wall. Very juicy there. The belly is always on the side. Even if you can't straighten your leg, don't separate them. This way you'll really open up the hamstrings. 1 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift the right hip crease higher and pull that towards the back left corner of the mat, much like what we just did with the hamstrings. And keep pulling, 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 and break the pose, okay? Rebend, flip the left knee up, good, and squeeze and firm it. Remember this right outer hip, how do you make it work, okay? Get everything set up, meaning your bandhas are engaged, back leg is really firm, and float the arms up. Roll the shoulder heads back, squeeze the dime between the blades, squeeze your arms until you feel your triceps. Spread the fingers and touch the wall behind you. Now pulse intentionally for 10, 9, drive through the right heel, please, 8, right hip crease back, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Light as a feather, warrior 3. Practice correctly even if it means you fall over. So drop left hip, left chest down, squeeze your left thigh and glute and lift it and extend the arms back. Squeeze until you feel your triceps and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find a curtsy, left knee behind the right. What is this outer hip doing, please? And bend, maybe you could tap the mat with the left knee. Good, and wrap it around, Garudasana Eagle. Squeeze and hug into the center line. Left arm under. Sink the weight into the right heel. Squeeze those sit bones towards each other. That will give you your balance. We're going to do 1 more round. So peel it open to warrior 3. Make sure the alignment and activation is right on. Good, and pulse it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up, little curtsy. What is this right outer hip doing, please? Make it work. Don't let it ooze and collapse. And Garudasana Eagle. Wrap it and squeeze and hug in. Everything shrink wraps to the center line. Left arm under. Hollow the belly and take the eagle over the nest. Good. And unwind and come into standing splits. So hold on to your right ankle and pull your head through. The right ear grazes the inside of the right calf. Look straight up, so chin to your chest and stretch that left leg away. Squeeze it 180 degrees. Look straight up and release. Drop your left foot down, bend the knees, chair pose. And come to standing Samasthiti. Inhale, Hasta Uttanasana. Take the arms forward and up. Firm thighs and glutes and reach back. Good. Push those thighs and hips forward. Exhale, fold yourself in half. Uttanasana. Tune into your bandhas, tune into your breath, tune into Sthira Sukham, the balance between all your effort and your ease. Okay, very nice. Light with the fingertips. Step the left foot back. Keep the knee up. One breath rises up. Driving down through that right heel. You're really using your strength, okay? Go ahead and float the arms up. A couple breaths here, please. Every breath in, you're lengthening out of the waist and arching back. Every exhale, you find a deeper connection or activation. Breath in, that's with all our yoga poses. Every breath is like this. And breath out. Notice your right outer hip. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Drop down to your left knee and lower the left thigh. Drive away from the right thigh to curl the upper body back. Take a peek over your right shoulder to help you square the hips and chest, meaning they have to face forward completely. Okay, breaking the pose, right hand to the inside of the right foot. Find that activation, the opposing action right away, pushing against each other. Sweep your left arm open. Think about your shoulder blades. Can you plug them down, squeeze them towards the spine? Now, that action, right arm, right leg, that's what helps you revolve. Left arm is really straight. Eyeballs in your left thumb. Now revolve, revolve, revolve. Good, and then go ahead and bend the arm, tuck it to the top of the right thigh, and continue to roll left shoulder back. Lean against the wall behind you, but drive left hip bone forward. Engage that glute. Okay, good. Plant the back foot down. You have your extended side angle here. Find that right heel and roll that left shoulder back. That left hip has to drop down so you are a diagonal line. What is happening with that right outer hip? Good. Can you even lift your right toes and push down to the heel and extend the right arm forward? Rest your right ear on that bicep. The palm is up and you're reaching away as you roll that left shoulder back. Good, take the left arm overhead if you choose to do that as well. Do not sink into the hip socket, please. Pull it back and squeeze. And warrior two. Excellent. Squeeze and engage the whole of the body. Go ahead and wiggle it down. Pivot the left toes forward and step the right foot back. Keep the leg up. Shift forward. Chaturanga, high plank. Chaturanga, high plank. Chaturanga, high plank. Let's do two more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, upward facing dog. Stay here for a couple breaths. Good, feel the firmness of the thighs and glutes and roll the shoulder heads back. And can you pull your shoulder blades down the back and feel your triceps as you drive the hands into the mat and pull back. Try to drag your feet forward and push the tops of the feet so much into the mat. Maybe you cannot move them. Exhale, belly to spine as you lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Very nice. Land into down dog for 2 breaths. If you feel more open, bring the feet together to touch, but there's no rounding in the lower back, and there's no compromise to the tilt of the tailbone. Now the middle back has to be long, so usually people collapse their ribs and spread them. So knit it together and feel this lift, and then now middle back is long. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, shift it forward, thigh to your chest, knee over the wrist, good, and land your left foot. Go ahead and bring your right knee down and come up. So land your hands onto the left thigh, and if you want, grab the blocks. So those are always an option, okay? Put them right outside your hips, squeeze your shoulder blades, and curl the upper body back. So this is purely an option. I just happen to love it. It's very effective to get the upper body up and isolate this hip. Okay, very nice. We're gonna move into our half splits now. So frame your left foot and go ahead and straighten it. You're here for 3 breaths. So every breath in, there's a lengthening of the spine. That means pushing down through finger pads or palms and traction back. Do you feel the shoulder blades plug down the back? And then exhale, usually the second side, I don't cue as much, and you take yourself through it as your own greatest teacher. But kick that heel and pull back. Yeah, curl the pupil bone back, and that left hip crease higher and pull back, right? So all of those activations. So take yourself through that now. You want an anterior tilt of the pelvis. So there's not pulling tailbone long now. You're flicking the tailbone up like downward facing dog. Okay, good. Breaking the pose. Rebend. Get all set up with all your alignment activations. You float your right knee up. Drive to the left heel, draw navel in, and get ready, and arms up. Squeeze it and pulse it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Warrior 3. Push down and get right hip and right chest down. Firm it and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And curtsy. Right knee behind the left, you guys. And curtsy. And wrap it and squeeze and hug, and everything squeezes towards the center line. Right arm under. Stay here. Peel it open, round 2. Look forward and send the chest forward. Squeeze your right thigh and glute. Lift it and pulse it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Deep curtsy. Find that beautiful curtsy. Wrap it. Right arm under. Hollow the belly and take the eagle over the nest. This is optional. Squeeze everything in. Get the belly to touch the thighs. The arms still move forward, eyeballs forward. Good. And unwind standing splits. So hold on to your left ankle and literally pull your head through. Raise the left ear to the inside of the left calf. Stretch it away. Chin to your chest. Look up. Squeeze right thigh glute and stretch it away, away, away. Look straight up, eyeballs on your right toesies. You'll go deeper than you thought possible. Okay, good. Drop your right foot down. Take a wide squat, please. We're going to go into crow pose. So palms together, push them down. So the forearms are 180 degrees. Now get the activation. Knees squeeze in and elbows squeeze out. Connect the two bandhas, belly lock and pelvic lock. Look for it. Hands down, lift it up, hips high. And then from that height, then shift it forward. Squeeze your palms, inner elbows and armpits towards each other. Keep the gaze forward and the feet will float up. You don't even need to try to pick them up. And engage towards center line more. So either stay there, some of you, Ekapada Bakasana, one-legged crow. Chaturanga, everybody. Upward facing dog. Peel that chest open. And as we lift the hips up and back, just squeeze your elbows towards each other as you bend the arms and place the forearms down for your dolphin pose. Feel the lift of the belly, please. Walk it in. So here, stay in your forearms or maybe take it up into your forearm balance, okay? So just push down, whichever variation you are driving down. And if you're inverted, chin to chest, look to the back of the mat and thread your head through. You continue to spiral the biceps forward so you get that wrapping around sensation, all that in that activation, right? The shoulders are nice and safe like this. Good, and there's no back bending, right? You're getting the range of motion from the shoulders and legs back, back, back. Go ahead and float the legs down, everybody who's inverted, and everybody straighten the arms. Come down to your knees. We're going to come into Shirshasana, our headstand. So I prefer the supported headstand if possible. If you're very comfortable in your headstand, go ahead and pike the legs up and down 3 times, okay? So first you have to walk your feet in a lot so the hips go over the shoulders. And then you just have to push down through forearms and the feet will literally float up because the hips are over the shoulders. Another basic principle of yoga, stacking of joints. Lift the shoulders and push down through forearms. Make sure you squeeze glutes to drive hip bones forward so you have full range of motion. You always want to work at full range of motion, otherwise you lose that last little bit. Okay, if you're going to try to pike it down, you start to shift the hips back to counterbalance the weight of the legs, and then the core will engage, okay? Glue the legs together and comes down with the toes and tap, and then take it back up. At the top, squeeze the glutes to drive the hip bones forward, 1, and down, and tap, and take it up for 2. Good, and one more time, come down, scoop belly, lift the shoulders and push down, and take it back up. Squeeze the glutes, drive hips forward for 3. Go ahead and float the legs down, everybody into child's pose. Good. You can extend the arms forward in Garbhasana. Tuck the toes under and downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up, exhale, land your foot outside your left hand. Good, and here we're going to come to a bouncing lizard. So that right thigh glute are really maximally engaged and bounce it. Good, and rock it back and drop the knee down, untuck the toes. So here we're going to turn our left toes and left knee to the top left corner of the mat. Flex the foot to protect the knee and roll to the outside edge of that foot. Place your left hand to the left of that foot and you're going to drop the leg down and lift it 3 times. We're tricking our body, we're letting it think we have this full range of motion, and then pretty soon it will actually happen. Okay, now ignore that leg, let it fall to where it will be and look forward. Find your maximum length from pubic bone to crown of the head and walk it forward. Let that left leg fall open. The more you can go onto the outside edge of that foot and let it fall open, the more we release our external rotator, our piriformis. So here, land into this pose and be conscious of your bandhas. Belly is lifted, pelvic floor is lifted, and here, can you get your maximum length from pubic bone to chest and crown of the head? Push and twist your chest forward and then surrender. Stay here and lean left if you want more sensation. I always want to go for the sensation, but if you ever feel like it's just too much, back off, but don't come out of the pose. So soften with your breath, especially that exhale. Long, slow, deep breath. Stay in a parasympathetic state, and don't go into the fight or flight sympathetic, right? Long, slow breath. So this is your meditation. We're just moving in the meditation. That's our yoga. Good, and break the pose. Coming down onto your right hand, revolve your chest open, tuck your back toes under, scoot the knee back. Good, and then catch a hold of that foot, bend the leg, catch a hold and drive the heel into the glute. Try to come down to your right forearm, and here, heel drives into the glute. Don't now hold the glute, and then lengthen front body to isolate the hip flexor more by arching back, lengthening front of the body, and you have to just drive right thigh down. So the more you squeeze your glute, the more the hip can open. So push down and stay. And break the pose. Okay, left toes, left knee forward. Good, if you want chaturanga arms, go ahead and step it back. Good, upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Very nice, you guys. Excellent. You know, the right leg up. Good, and exhale. Land your right foot outside your right hand. Good, and here, any prep work you need to do, balancing or rocking lizard, then rock it back and find your lizard pose. The right knee is over the right ankle, joint stacked. Good, and you could either come onto your forearms on blocks or on the mat, or maybe the right hand is on top of the right foot and squeeze your right arm back, so wing it back. Just think about chest forward, shoulder blades down. And I kind of am adjusting my left foot to move back more because I feel my hip is a little bit more open now. Ascending colon that we're pressing into and massaging, getting our waist up and over in our system has to work really hard, so let's give it a little help. So landing into Kristasana is all about landing into the awareness of your bandhas and your breath. Lean right for more sensation and break the pose. Right toes, right knee to the top right corner, flex the foot and roll to the outside edge. Right hand outside and lift and lower 3 times. Look forward, the maximum length, walk it forward. Don't lose any length, please. And lean right. Let that right leg fall open. The more you can be on the outside edge of the foot, the more it will fall open easily. And break the pose. Good. Revolve your chest, tuck your back toes under, scoot it back, and catch a hold of that foot. Go ahead and drive the heel into the glute and come down to your left forearm. Revolve your chest, and then you have to arch back to lengthen front of the body. Oh, you'll feel it. You'll feel it in the top of the left thigh, and push the thigh down. Push the hip down. Long, slow, deep breaths, please. Stay. Breaking the pose. Okay, good. Hands down in chaturanga, arms, flip the left knee up and step the right foot back. Come down to your knees and seated. Okay, we're gonna just wrap it up with our Matsyendrasana. So step the right foot over and just give it a little twist. Inhale, tall spine, exhale, drive right knee forward and revolve. Push arm into leg, leg into arm, and draw navel in. For a true twist, De-rotate the head and break the pose. Take a counter twist and other side. Good. Right leg bend and step the left leg over. Just go ahead and wrap it around. Breath in, tall spine, breath out. Shoulders to shoulders, 180 degrees, you guys. Look behind you and find a true twist by driving left knee forward. Draw navel in for a deeper twist. De-rotate the head, break the pose, take a counter twist. Well done. Okay, good. So rise everything up, straight arms, straight legs, take them wide. Bring the legs together, open, together, open, squeeze, and surrender. Heels to corners of the mat, take a big breath in and draw in, squeeze, exhale, lion's breath, tongue to your chin. Ha! Inhale, squeeze, ha! All of the body heavy, loose, and still. Honor your intention, honor your commitment on this amazing journey together. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Please stay as long as you can to rest and restore the body and the mind.